All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so they won't be joining us for now.
I ran into Miss Nefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a while either.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Flintz.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors.
We meet again. How have you been?
Albedo! What are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make. It's also the correct one.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the Wild Hunt. When they told me they were Servarka's colleagues, it all made sense. And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already acquainted.
So? Who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were acquainted with him. Is that not the case?
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon, as a sign of my great respect for you.
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this. From now on.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her Little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves. If that's not a sign of endearment, what is?
You're absolutely right, Miss Lauma. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relationships.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Columbina, leave with you? How come she isn't back yet?
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea or 10 on the way back.
Uh-oh. People are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escort. I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the form.
I understand. Well, bye for now.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not fit all...
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues I brought in. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague, too?
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deanslip, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more sort of friends.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self, once Paimon knows your...
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy...
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varkas...
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking is...
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hit.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides,
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering in under such circumstances, wouldn't...
Oh, but it's fine.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection.
Impressive. She barely fought back at all.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always...
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like...
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before... Feel free to chat amongst yourselves.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker?
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
That sounds like a lovely idea. You know how to paint then?
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance,
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway.
Oh, whatever style feels best.
Very well.
You can replicate any style
I can try, if you show me a...
Thank you.
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so many people.
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring Itlua is a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse.
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? Come on. What?
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother.
Let's just keep this between ourselves.
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon, Barbados himself.
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds.
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the
Fair enough, then.
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
Yeah! For starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving us a heads up?
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall that that's hardly out of character for me.
You do have a point there. Oh yeah! You'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Want to tag along with us? You never know. We might get a group discount.
Sure. Let's do that.
Great! Paimon will handle it! And in return, we can get Dainslift to be our very own personal bodyguard.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so.
Oh, okay then. Anyway, since we're all here together, we might as well watch each other's...
Indeed.
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about you?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back...
So much for just this once.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here!
Did you...
I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be... first up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, an intel gatherer extraordinaire. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some great progress. Over here, we have Mr. Flints, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the Wild Hunt to buy time for the rest of us. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included, Mr. Durin, who has come to lend his aid. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Teyvat.
Wow! That's a lot of people!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so, congratulations on the booming...
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Recher of Solnari.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsliff. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Recher of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends. What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the Five Sinners.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the Five Sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I have never spoken openly of this before, but the truth was exactly as people say. The Five Sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. The foul, Surtologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Raker of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have—
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time?
Strangely, now that the fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me, like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal. Price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man, working for the Conrian Intelligence Service. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will tell you more about him. Enough, I hope, to help you plan your next move.
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecrack!
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking...
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif.
Before that, there's a few things I...
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced.
I believe it will take a... You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Teyvat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Raihir of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the spoils of victory. It's just a gesture of heartfelt gratitude.
Kutar.
Defeating the Raihir of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers, we'll also need to gather more intel.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me.
So you're placing all your...
We can't thank you enough for
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flint...
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me.
I almost don't want to leave...
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us until the very end.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir.
Look at them getting along so well.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is...
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something.
Is that right? What?
Anyway, we've got Mr. Dainsleif. Let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned...
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future...
Hate to say it for...
Why?
Quite the...
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rerir's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's... Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rerir's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your travels, so you're surely... The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the... Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must... Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony.
Well, good luck, everyone! Sounds like...
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rerir, in the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our...
So, Paimon's like...
Good.
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rerir kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's asked me to uncover what those secrets were all the same.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter...
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history?
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety.
You're such a...
All right, I'm
all set over here too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra
All right. Let your whole... Close your eye. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. Bookshelves, paperwork, files. According to Dainsleif, Rerir used to be an intelligence operative. Chances are there's plenty of top-secret intel stashed. Is this where you keep your secrets, A file tucked inside a folder. But at this stage I have... Wonder what kind of encryption technique this is. Aha!
Please, hear me out. I can't shake this feeling that someone's been spying on our house. No, I'm not being paranoid. It's true. I saw someone dressed in all black. It was a couple of days back, but...
There's a note in the margin. Surveillance of the Runfarther residence has concluded. We apprehended the target and filed the mission report last night. Could the voice in the recording belong to... Bookshelves full of documents. Looks like these are all... The Crimson Moon Dynasty preceded the eclipse. Since Rerir worked as a secret agent during the latter, it stands to reason that he was tasked with purging remnants of the old dynasty. Yep. Lines up a box containing a... must be for his... He looks even gloomier than last time. I wonder what's changed.
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized on... Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Huh. He barely even interacted with other Crimson Moon descendants. Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. She doesn't seem to be anyone important, but then again, how many of them really are? Female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized and... Filed. Male, 11. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has not been observed making any contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized and... Male. 6. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Poses a threat to the dynasty.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts. Mr. Vedifalnir, it's been quite some time since we last met.
Rerir, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, tell me. Does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask questions at all?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain...
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be involved.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was...
Does it feel good?
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be... You fear my silence, and long to hear the word...
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple. The burden of prophecy was never meant...
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies? None but our exalted king?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to his majesty than I am. You must know better than anyone how much he's changed.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers, or a tyrant more terrible than the most vicious of dragons.
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet still you would have me live in fear of the unknown?
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone was all it took to send you spiraling downwards. Very well then, let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is what you seek, you should find another fiancé.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thelindis?
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear... His name is Rerir. And he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did...
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry...
Why are you...
Simple. I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing...
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last?
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? You think that alone is reason enough for...
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon. Just like me. Don't tell me...
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty...
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secrets? Over and over again? Or why we refuse to give up on restoring the dynasty? The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my words. Sooner or later, Conria will fall. And it will be his doing. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon us all.
The Rahier of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been, but who am I to talk? Love should be built on honesty. But ours? Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do no matter who I have to face.
Huh? Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten they used to run a deli. People of no consequence always vanish so easily. And no one even remembers them.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be. So many have died already, and they say that the king's madness grows with each passing day. We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really deserve to die just because of the blood that runs through our veins? Felindis, are you even listening?
Sorry, Freether. I heard you, though. You're talking... He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job...
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very...
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the mainland. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no...
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into...
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra... For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens...
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have?
I won't speak in his defense. Nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape...
You call that change?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you...
Another day, another round of assassination training. The training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now, you seem to have forgotten that most people don't just go around killing one another.
Leave me alone. Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. And the prey won't sense a thing.
I'll bet no one's ever died a quiet death at your side.
I work clean. No traces.
The king just happens to be here now. What if he doesn't?
That won't happen.
Ever since he fell under the spell of that hour, he only had to take out a handful to get through. But now...
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried
carried out my work flawlessly.
It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
Delindis, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog?
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't you?
Yes, we did. What about it?
He was arrested 2 days... I just don't get it! After everything he's... Or does it mean nothing to you?
No, that's not...
I need to go now, Delindis. There, look, if you ever need a place...
Author, Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours for experimental purposes. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving more problematic than anticipated. No progress whatsoever. What now? Won't you give me even a glimmer of hope? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a... But... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? But... Could he really bring himself to kill me? No.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want... to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? So these files are in. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Thelindis? Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. Carefully what a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk. Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until No. This
cannot go on.
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will, but... If you let me go, you won't be...
Good point.
No, please! I just want to see the outside.
Go on living?
Yes, I know.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedavilnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not obey.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now I know exactly. He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps... Tell me then! What will this moment of opportunity... And... no answer.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging... well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And the king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Khaenri'ah hanging in the balance. No wonder and it looks like this Thelindis, Rerir's would-be fiancée, herself. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened... And why does Vedavilnir, Dainslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of time for something a bit more... We've been inside Rerir's mind. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that...
Rerir, are you there? Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it...
I've never seen Dane so worked up before.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sertologi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could explain that.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible.
Robtatir, what brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhine-daughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age. Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine. And as for Efterveit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life, it comes...
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rarir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good...
It's my brother, Vedofenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedofenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Horoptatir more than anyone else in the world. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is... I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedofenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Conria.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to...
Rescue Vedofenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif.
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedofenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting my blade will force the king...
So, Vedofenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take... The extent of his majesty's madness is now all too... You have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim. This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But what? Another mystery on...
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. Moon marrow can thus be defined as a spatial gateway. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digits. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all Crimson Moon-related projects. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this. As well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource, we are neglecting other promising technologies. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful, but as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about it? This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Thelindis.
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual. You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And
what if he finds out that you
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all... Logically, I should be scared of him. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe...
A red moon?
That's right. Our moon.
I promise,
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. It's light, no matter how long it...
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? You know what happens to those who betray the throne?
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart...
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatyr and Rhindaughter will disarm this. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice.
Found you. Hello. Surprised? Oh, wait.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance.
I'm curious. What did you prophet?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of... The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him...
But he didn't listen. Worse still, Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to change it. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future is nothing more...
Forgive my curtness, Vedifulnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his feet. There are things the king does not want to see. So?
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my...
Until what?
Just now. I believe...
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you.
I sense hatred in you. But also hope. But this is not the end. It is the big... There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. Is that a dagger? Interesting.
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on...
We could be. But I need you to be on...
You mean your future?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest problems of our age.
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. Well, that is the cruelest thing about...
That... I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek more power, so I can protect the things I love. You show me disaster, but
You won't show me
my voice. So, it turns out that we are not...
Vedifulnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd...
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to... It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless, it is all...
I will.
Thank you for setting me free.
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through this...
If I were you, I would head to the
Universitas.
I'm sure we'll be seeing me...
Whatever Vedifulnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose.
Rev the engines! Bring it!
Monsters? Is this what my daughter's doing? The Universitas Magistrorum!
Out of my way!
Full throttle!
The Universitas. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. But if they were ever gonna activate...
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't...
That sounded like an explosion. What other means does the king have at his disposal? And given it's a major center of abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger.
Hear the echoes of the valley! Let's light it up! Rise with the sun! I'm going in! Pyroclastic surge!
Let the mountain's veins boil! Light it up! Everybody stand!
Wrath from the sky! Monsters at the Universitas Oh no! It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new... I'm done for. Is anyone there? Ah! Stay back! Rear. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. the normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Cylinders? No, don't do it! Cylinders! Cylinders!
I told you, Rarier. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rarier, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our
Rarier. Rarier.
Cylinders?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rarier? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. I will find you. And then... you can give me your answer.
So that's how the rake... Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one... Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing ovation?
Never! How are you holding...
She's fine.
Yes, you will have seen the events of Rarier's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about. However, I would not consider Rarier to be a nobody. He was deeply involved.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to
That's not what I meant.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the... Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules.
Cool!
So, can you fill me in on the...
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the other. Yehoda?
Yes, boss!
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgot.
Forgive my curiosity, but...
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the Curatorium abides by the... In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. There's nothing I dislike more than other people... Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of
I'm sorry, what did you hear me say? I wasn't...
Wait, how long have I been standing?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment.
Boss, what's wrong?
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole...
Hallucinated? But...
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur...
So you control everything in here?
More or less.
Has anything like this ever...
Only once. It was the first...
Is there any similarity between what happened?
I suppose my thoughts are a little...
Is there anything I...
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with...
Meaning, you're not feeling late?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal...
Boss, it's fine!
Oh, listen to you.
What?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find...
Well, anyway... I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to... Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue just because it is...
Don't I have the best employees?
If we can find a suitable...
Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused. You have my word that I will get us all out of here. This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign. There's someone up ahead. Time for a little chat.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour.
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has some new...
Oh, yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too...
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently?
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my dad, Uncle Apepi?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the...
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming...
Pile of stones. Got it.
Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have...
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be lead. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now. Squeezed into these hovels. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back. They gave me some...
So you're the academe...
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it, it's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunities elsewhere...
So... do you get anything...
Of course. My luck's improving all the time. One day...
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone from chief to...
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid...
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, nice try. We spoke... You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame her. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. I was the one who helped. This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail. I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well, forcing me to look for another water source in Iab and Unut territory. Praise the gods. The well of the Iab tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could and left, but not with... You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for... This is an emergency.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. It's badly defaced. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole village was butchered over a sick...
Ah, officer. Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide...
This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire...
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright...
So, where...
Nowhere special. Just the one. Correct.
So, no brothers?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brother.
All right, get over here. Sign your... Never? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware.
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but...
A weak student?
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they...
You see? Sharp as they come. You see things...
Because of where I come from.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it anymore. Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions?
I wanted to check... If someone sent me a letter to the academia, where...
Ah, your family wrote to you. As long as they put your name on the
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious...
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there. Whatever you're looking for...
Okay, got it.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly,
Hey, you're a great teacher. And you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. It's not just the academia, either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful.
Oh, my dear child.
I haven't. I just think that if you... This must be it. A big cardboard... Let's take a... A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Core of 30 representative. What a strange thought. This one was never even opened. I guess who was it addressed to? This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Changes Observed in Satyavada Life Sim. Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning. The Immorta Darshan. For example, my neighbor who always breaks out. This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Wait, what's this? The note says, the sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but no return address was provided. This next one is addressed... A few words of protest regarding In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments, and education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom. I ask you, as Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative, but do not forget your roots. I do hope you will give some serious... Great letter. And the sender is... Huh? Sage Cyrus of Spontamod. I didn't realize anyone else even knew how bad... So this... whatever. This isn't what I came here for. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since... I don't believe for 1 second that any human... Wait.
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague Zaid when you ran into trouble. in the Great Red Sand. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business. And I therefore see you. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make me a special. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe is fallen. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. To ensure my people, the Eob and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. While we trace our ancestry to Tulatala, we worship the Lord of Flowers. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option. So I took some. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the. We have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter at the academia?
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. And you were so emphatic. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You liar. You lied. And who fell for it? Which makes you a pathetic. I think I'll take over from here. I just came to say goodbye.
Never? You...
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna...
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you.
It was. But it doesn't matter. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in...
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown?
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch. It's not worth much.
But never.
All right, that's all.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right?
Yeah, I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and it's a rare find even in the... And as for remembering her... I have far too much to do when I get back. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way, I... It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal.
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Eab has a very different trajectory. Others grew weak, but you grew strong, beginning in obscurity and moving to prosperity. You're the only ones who defied the trend.
Huh. So, you do know who you're dealing with.
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks like you have control over it now.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academe—
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50—
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drop—
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia is only interested in dealing with the defect. I hope I am making—
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down everyone.
I assure you, Chief. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the— And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother—
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. I'm sure you're trustworthy people. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news.
Gladly. So let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken the well.
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's military—
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deep—
I
am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you—
No! Please, Ambassador, just that well—
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for an update.
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime, make yourself at home. I'll report back as soon as I have an update.
Wow. All it took was a few words.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather—
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere. So let me ask you, Chief, if you—
Kill them all, of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who... At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia...
We have our own rules out here.
Right. We can't confront them. Natural allies. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. And now look... Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers.
Say no more.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. Get us access. You see, Dad? Lying is easy. Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters. The monsters who destroyed my home. They're just ordinary, petty human beings. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. Oh, Sinuhe. My gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, but you couldn't do what had to be.
Nefer, it's okay. All of...
I believe I remember you promising to...
Yeah.
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time. So, anyway, that's enough. Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired, huh?
Yes, if we can find somewhere to...
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says.
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you...
I didn't know you were clued up on it.
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with...
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino. The spirit of Hermanubis dwells within him.
That's boss enough for you.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity, but I know about Sethos too.
What about him?
Well, he's not a small... Please, this is the bare... Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to...
Uh-oh. I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about any of this stuff. Like, I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King. One of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the Goat King were the 3 retainers of King Deshret. Let's take a look.
Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Never! Hey!
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct, I had a duty to ensure your...
Good to know your sense of justice.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong by using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past. Well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him. I was tracking him. Then he caught on and started
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone?
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to...
No one?
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why...
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item.
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million Mora. The Eab ultimately won that confrontation. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was... As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, this chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any humans, full of secrets.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've... Thank you all. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Raker of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers the consequences.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen...
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate.
Miss Lauma?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before, but as is the case...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you...
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovered.
But there's more to the power.
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. And right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight their...
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the wild...
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart.
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss...
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its lifespan unnaturally, it will continue. This raises some interesting questions. I will run some That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information...
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... when I...
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but...
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies. And the skies are host to many more mysteries than these alone. Yet, none of that can begin to compare with the complexity of human life.
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you, both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting.
That's very
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest. Hey, is this a bad time? No. Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she... Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chest set, there's no guarantee that the power... It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a...
Honestly, I'm out.
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will.
2 days? Holy
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole... You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him? Great. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, we figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore...
Oh, Paimon's done.
All right, so... We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights to refuse...
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know this stick.
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art...
Sir Varka, I have a few
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach... To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it.
I want to do everything within my power. The Raker of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part, it'll
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent it's almost abnormal. As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside...
Thank you.
I should be the one...
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rarer and the... Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rarer has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fighter... Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy...
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt.
Understood.
Well, everyone...
Plan approved. Okay! Any firepower you need, I got...
The Frost Moon Scions are behind...
And the rest of you? No objections? All right. Then it's settled. This is the plan we're going with. Next up, an old tradition of mine.
Wait! We can still back out.
Everyone says things they regret, right?
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common Shh. Real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you.
This plan can only work if everyone does their part.
We shall indeed. Also...
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangama Bay. So, the longer your name... In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right.
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that as...
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor for someone.
Oh! Does this mean it most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything.
Okay. So...
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. So, I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then never went and used it all up at once! Never lost...
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain...
You will? Well, in that case, how about you give me your chess set?
I knew you'd say that. Well...
You're putting...
It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have a funny feeling...
Looks like the...
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know.
Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think... Don't forget, when something's in high demand, ta-da! See? It's right here. Ah, it's so pretty. Did you make it? No, I have a... Aha! No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. That's not the full story. It actually started a while back. Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could... Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. Took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have got... Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kaveh. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology? So nosy. Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're always so sick. Could be. Anyway, I just replied. Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though. His housemate doesn't seem to really care that. Either way, all's well that ends well. Huh? What does... Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first... Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. There are always going to be times in life when you have to give something back. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever... And more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want to make sure the Dendro Archon and all of Sumeru... Oh, that? I was just making sure Nephra... Don't be thinking it was some sort of... My priority is to... All right. I do say so, and that's the whole point. Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be? Thanks so much. You're my favorite.
Traveler, Paimon.
Everything going smooth?
Sort of. As you're probably... Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures.
What? You can actually...
That depends on your definition of wild hunt and... Harmless, lifeless... These words are accurate. The wild hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin... Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptatyr, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the Fausturtology. But I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being channeled through a fractured physical existence. A consequence of being torn apart by an unknown power. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interest, back to our research findings. They confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the Abyss. And you could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we cannot—
Oh, that's terrible news!
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted.
Given the circumstance, time to kick off the backup.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Doriak—
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for—
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time.
All right then.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my
lady.
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act for me. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas. In my absence.
Hey everyone, guess I should introduce myself. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard...
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe that's how the others addressed you.
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called Dainslev?
Yes.
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure, but it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people.
You're different from other people.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life and Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr.
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times I'm lying on the ground, defeated. I don't recall any happy moments from that time. It has been too long.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and affection?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts, I never could have learned the hidden truth of his story.
You're welcome.
Friend. He betrayed me. And I never...
Okay. So, Do you plan to fight him with us? You see, you're torn. Now you know what really happened. You see the things he's done in a new light.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then yet even now, they support.
Clearly, they view you as...
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing their... I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully, talking about it will do us both. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there?
Huh.
Sure. Hello. Ah! They caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Raker of Solnari. I'm afraid...
You will? Oh, thank you so much!
They needn't be.
That doesn't matter to them. They're great. You can't control their... It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's! Been waiting...
Not too long. I came a little...
Are you nervous about the...
Quite the opposite. When I was awakened by the Ratniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. I felt like but after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, my restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me,
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad...
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this endeavor.
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first, because of the nerves. But don't worry. I got enough sleep. Please.
Never! Over here!
Ino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high... Meanwhile, Ino herself...
Excellent.
The chest...
It won't hold him much longer.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the...
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, Traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your position. Every ounce of
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your...
I wouldn't be so sure.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Stay on your toes.
Yep, you too.
Let me help you guys. Big fist!
Moonlight. It's all futile.
Close your eyes.
For the everlasting quest.
Hunt them down!
Can't hide the truth.
Move!
mystery unravels.
Pathetic!
Forest, protect us.
The moonlight! Move! Hunt them down! The moonlight! Move!
Be silent. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
With one heart, we pray.
It began with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you.
The moonlight betrays you. Do you see now?
Be silent.
From here, when will it be as you foretold?
Not welcome here.
Everlasting forest.
Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Things are made of.
Bombs away!
Can't hide the truth. Absurd. Things are made of. Seek within.
Futile! Hunt them down!
Be silent. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Pathetic!
Be silent. Night falls.
Forest, protect us. By the frost moon of old.
Observe. Night.
Go!
It all adds up.
The moonlight betrays. Move! Your little game of heroics is over. Who wants to go first? No. Get out of my sight!
No! We've been separated!
Will it take?
You okay?
Never! Where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't want us.
I told you before. Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Lama! Can you hear me?
Destroyed! And re-silence!
But at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task. Just keep stalling him. If I can stall him for long enough, the moment will come. Water!
Time to come clean. Time to come clean. No more love.
Wipe out!
Seek within. Time to come clean.
Yeah! Water jet!
How much power will it take?
It all adds up. It all falls into place. Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here. It all... I've got this.
I can't keep this
destroyed.
Don't push the button.
Death is within my grasp.
Bombs away! Go!
It all adds up. Seek within.
Wipe out!
No more lies. The deception ends here. Clean.
Go!
It all adds up. It all falls into place. It all falls into place.
Bombs away!
Can't hide the truth. Time to come clean. The mystery unravels.
Go! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Destroyed. Reborn.
Yeah!
It all adds up. Time to come clean. There's no other way.
The only way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his... That means Columbina will have to disappear. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the...
Nefer, your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be... And then...
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve, as entertaining as they are.
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day. I have to stoke his rage. You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought of never... You cannot win the fight against fate, Rarir.
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you! What's happening? That power. I've seen it before.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rheindotter in our midst.
How about that?
own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open!
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Rerir.
We won.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer. It's not like you to lose your composure. That was...
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake.
Even so. Okay. I guess you're right. In business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard.
Still, I don't like this outcome. People suffer. I had hoped you could...
Thank you.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. And I'll send full details through Yehoda. My dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular...
The moon will remember this day. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, and since Nefer's at... I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage.
You're right. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the...
Things are a little... different now from how they were.
Friends.
How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon.
Phew! Well, that's good.
Glad to hear you didn't starve.
Well, it wasn't... Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self.
Well, I'm back.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker and the others are organized. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but if you're feeling up to it... We're here!
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing!
How are you feeling today?
Much better. Thanks. Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know.
Yep, we're here for you.
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up.
Traveler, Paimon, are you Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lao must-
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I?
Oh! Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second.
You bet!
Sure thing!
The Raker of Solnari. No, definitely a snake. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's perhaps. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets... If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. Oh, father. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of... Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answers. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping... Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me. So that's enough for you to decide. He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some... He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? You can't work as a spy. It's preposterous. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Good. If you ask me, for example, when something good falls... So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my path. When you find yourself in a situation you can't... If you understand what's at stake, very good.
Oh, wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, after all that build-up,
Huh? Am I imagining?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while. I wonder if...
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the... He won't lie low forever.
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. I must thank you for the device.
Why come and ask me when...
I mostly...
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable...
Huh? Charitable?
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased it...
Stop!
It's nothing to hide from.
How...
You're a curious case, but I'm afraid no matter how hard... You did it for Sumeru.
It was empty land that was... Disasters are capricious things. They strike with... My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. It was something I looked in. The tech people handled the...
It's a pity that's...
So?
But surely you have...
You don't get it. Just thinking about...
Thank you.
For the...
And the pen.
Oh, that...
Seems like we've both...
Yeah. So long that...
That would be your mother...
Yeah. Though it's not like I want. My sister can't help me now. So...
Not everything...
Yeah. That's...
Well, that...
Oh, absolutely. You've got a lot going...
I appreciate...
How have you been holding up? Any
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean,
What?
You played an indispensable role in the battle for not. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because...
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy!
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass?
Oh.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back! Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more medication.
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order?
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared...
Paimon believes it! To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow up.
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp.
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. When facing an enemy you have no hope of So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided for this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his... For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, the alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it to render it usable. But that power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been...
What surprised me was that given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for...
It must have been a painful choice.
Absolute. He was torn between 2 paths. Anyway, however you cut it...
That's the only reason you're here?
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. I think this is very important.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all you can leave...
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say...
Polonia! Please, Seed Lady...
Will you still invite me to your...
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it? We just wanted to... you know... Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't serious...
Mostly, because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is... If you're in the mood for... My coasters are still missing.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook.
You can ignore those. They're just... I doodle and write in my free time. And other times, I grit my... Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing a... Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting... Who else? Pretty much all the mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
Wait, are you saying you know him?
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked... I honored his request. I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer, Alain...
So...
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formula. Alain's work was like epic poetry. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going... Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what... Alain Guillotin had 2 close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive. So there was... But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something... Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true. The apocalypse would arrive. A mad dream.
that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics begin to take root in. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up. But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. The first of them to fall under its spell was against Alain's wishes. He persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with Renee. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I could tell he still had some suspicions about Renee's motives. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then. The next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that swallowed up the world, even before the apocalypse came. And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from his deluded dream. Though of course by then it was far too. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of saving the world? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of everyone around him? Same difference, really. Just a matter of What a cop-out. But I suspect you'd have a more incisive... I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I... Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage... Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, he managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to the abyss. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human, yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left him space. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Narzissenkreuze Quete Institute needed someone. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a... He told me that the director of the Narzissenkreuze Quete Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that point, nothing else really mattered. At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Narzissenkreuze Institute orphanage. While the Fontaine Research many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift. This time between members of the Fontaine Research Institute. But the actions of those fools had nothing at all to do with Alain. And that is the story of two people from the Narzissenkreuze. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation, without ever looking back. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life. I do sometimes wonder, even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world began with a very simple desire: to save themselves. They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them, desires to explore the meaning of life. Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves, but instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world? The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question. He gave the exact no elaboration, just a quick short answer before getting right back to... All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long... Polonia, exit hibernation mode.
Hip.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.